Yo, what's going on, guys? I got a trade recap for today. Today is Tuesday, October 7th, 2025. I took this trade in the morning, so it's going to be a whole recap for me too to go through it, so we'll do it together. But before we get into that, I want to just give thanks to God for waking me up today for this trade. To wake me up for another day, obviously, but I was able to, be woken up today, have my sight, my movement, my health, and I was able to get on here and try to do what I had to do today. Um, so I just want to thank him for that. It's all the way about to be midnight, so he allowed me to get home safely today from work, and it's truly a blessing to be back home tonight. And just want to give y'all a reminder every time to remember to be in prayer, to not cease the prayer, to pray over your friends, your family, yourself, your struggles, to ask for help from the Lord, and to know that you know it's never too much. It's never too big of an ask and things, but just so we can remember to keep praying. I just want to tell you all that, and just that it's such a big blessing. And for some reason, I just want to talk about John 3:16. For God so loved the world that He gave His one and only begotten Son, that whoever may believe in Him and not perish but have everlasting life. And I truly believe in that. I truly think that God has blessed us with His Son, Jesus Christ, and that He is our Savior, and that we are to go to Him and with our troubles, and put it at His feet, to come to Him humbly, and to just to give Him everything in full submission to Him. Um, of course, I just want to give thanks, and just show my gratitude, and just give y'all little reminders every time we start these. But to go into the trade recap today. Today was let's see news. There was no news today. Today was the 7th. No news Monday. I didn't trade yesterday. But today I was open to trading, but I really wanted to see a couple things first. But to go for the top down real quick analysis, let's see where we are. It's been quite a while, so this is a market open for me. So here I came onto the daily. I saw that the day before we were respecting a daily bullish for value gap. Same with these. So we can see how the market moves. We're up. We're going up. We have a higher high, a higher low, and we're just in an uptrend. We can go to the 4 hour, and I could see that, hey, we had a huge 4 hour right here that got tapped into, and we got buys out of. We got a higher high. This high's higher than this high. We got a higher low. This low is higher than this low. So we're just in this uptrend. And coming into the market in the morning, we were at all-time highs. So we can see that on the 1 hour right here. So right when market was opening, we were at these all-time highs, right? And so we'll go into the 1 hour. So this was the overnight session. So Asia expanded upwards, London came down, and then right in the overnight session after London, and then before New York opened, we had a big run up that took out this all-time high and was creating new all-time highs for us. But we can see that we had this flash crash, and I had no idea this was going to happen. Obviously, there was no news, there was no scheduled news and things like that. Also, the government shutdown. So I've just been trying to be really, really careful about trades I take. I'm also trying to challenge myself to only take one trade a day for the month of October, and to, if I do take a trade, and to see what comes of that. Um, this little SMT right here on ES, the correlating index, we can see that London, or that price came down and took Asia low, but NQ did not take Asia low, so that low got taken out. So this creates that bullish SMT that ran us up to all-time highs right here. So in the morning, I'm thinking, all right, we're so bullish. We're bullish. We're inversing these bearish for value gaps on the hourly. We're inversing these before market opens. We have expansion to the upside. The 4 hours telling us, the 1 hour's telling us that we are bullish. And I know it's a really big thing, and it's kind of hard, but when we're at all-time highs, we shouldn't really be shorting unless we're sure. And that's what I kind of want to talk about, is what is the market telling you, and what trades are you supposed to be taking from what the market is telling you. Just because we see a big hourly candle drop doesn't mean that this hourly candle is going to continue to drop all the way down. just because you're on the 5 minute and you see it shoot down, just because you're on the 1 minute and you see it just trickle down a little bit and you just want to catch a couple points down. That's not how we trade. We're trading with narrative, and this happened, so we do this. This happened, so so we do this. So coming into the day, I saw that we had this 30-minute gap. This 30-minute gap right here, this bullish for value gap. And if, like I said, the government is shut down right now, and we're at all-time highs. So I wanted to see a higher time frame tell us what we wanted to do. What did we want to do? Did we want to respect this 30-minute gap and then continue higher on the day and all-time highs, and we could just take a continuation? We could try to, if we do take a long, we would try to break even right here at the all-time high, and then we would just try to, make a runner of a 1-to-1 or a 2-to-1. But what ended up happening is we just flipped order flow. So right here, this is a huge gap right here that's going to tell me kind of what do we want to do. So firstly, I was on the 5-minute, of course, just kind of where I'm usually at. I'm on the 5, the 4, 3, 2, 1 minute, looking for those inversions. But obviously, before we get the inversion, we need that high time frame, liquidity. So firstly, we came into the market and the market opened, and I saw this 5-minute bearish gap be made. And I was like, okay, if we get this inversion right here, we kind of tap into this 15-minute that was made right here. So we had this 15-minute gap right here. And so my thought process is, all right, boom, we tap this 15-minute. So that could be a liquidity sweep. We come to the 5-minute. We have the inversion. If we do get the inversion to the upside here, then we would try to take longs. But we can see that we're just bouncing through this 5-minute multiple times. We've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Like for a whole hour, we were just playing around in this range right here. And anything like that, you don't want to be in a trade. We want to see these gaps get filled immediately. We want to see quick, strong displacement through gaps. We don't want to just be playing around. If you got in a trade here because you saw that this candle was going to close and you're like, oh crap, it's going to close, and then I can break even here and get no, you would have been in the same trade right here, bouncing up and down and just being scared. So that's not what we were doing. So when I saw all that just sideways price action, I was just debating, am I even going to trade today? Whatever. I'll watch until 10 a.m. I'll watch from 8:30 to 10. So we had this 30-minute gap, like I said, and eventually after the 9 a.m. candle, so 9 to 9:30, this candle closed and this candle opened at 9:30. So once we got the closure of this inverse right here, I was like, okay, we're probably flipping order flow. It was matching up the same on ES as well. We had this 30-minute that got closed at the same time. So if both of them are telling me like, hey, we also flipped this 30-minute. So 2 30-minutes on this one candle, we inversed. And I'm like, okay, we do have a valid draw, which would be session lows. We have London low. We have London and Asian on this one, Asia low. So I'm like, all right. So once we get this 30-minute right here, I was like, all right, I'm going to be looking for shorts. And it was a while. It was definitely a while. I was just waiting for hour and hour and hour. Eventually, we get that inversion. And now I just want to see if I can take a continuation by any way I can. So what was it? I'm going to have to come in here and try to remember. So we had nothing on the 5-minute, nothing on the 4 that I took it off of. Let's see what this highlighted is right here. Is that, we have a 3, we've got a 2, got this 2-minute, and then I knew in this leg, which is the 1-minute, this is going to be the huge 1-minute candle that we are respecting. So I can see that we inverse a 30-minute, so that's our inversion right there. Usually it's 5, 4, 3, 2, or 1 minute. We can see, there was this inversion actually right here. So this is a tiny 1 minute, but it is within the trading leg, right? So We have a down candle, up, 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 and then another down candle. So that is one trading leg. This right here, this black candle, this blue candle, this black candle, that is a trading leg in itself. So we had this up move, right? We closed below the 30-minute gap. We have this up move to come back into it to retest that inversion. We can see that. Oh, crap. Nah, whatever. Nah, I'm not going to do that. We can see that we come back in to tap this inversion to come back in and play. And then we have that, we inverse right here at 9:30. This is when it closed. Candle closure. Boom, 9:30. We come back up. We even got the respections of these 1 minutes right here. I was looking for the inversion, so I'm like, all right, if we are going to go down, I want to be looking for the inversion. But we got the respections of that 1 minute right there. That 1 minute held. Okay, we made a 1 minute right here. We inversed this 1 minute with this huge candle. To be honest, I did want to enter the trade here. It would have entered the trade on the next one. But the thing was, we had this 15-minute gap right here, which was a bit worrisome for me because at any time, market could flip. Maybe market didn't want to go all the way to this London and Asian low. Maybe it just wanted to come, rebalance this little up move to down, come into this 15-minute, and then continue higher. We don't know. But the confirmation that I entered off of was this 1 minute. So this 1 minute is made. It's a pretty big 1 minute. And when a 1 minute like that gets made pretty big, we usually, not all the time, because we might just flush down. But if it's a smaller one, we probably will just continue to flush down. But when it's a big, significant 1 minute right here, we are most likely going to go into it and rebalance it, tap it in, and then we're going to get sells out of it if we want to continue lower, which is what we're trying to do. So from here, I was waiting. I see that, we inverse the 30. We get the respectation of this 1 minute. We get the inversion of this 1 minute, and we get this huge 1 minute right here made. And so as soon as I see this good displacement and disrespectation, I entered off of the next candle. It was right around here somewhere, but we'll put it there. I entered right in this range, and I was going for a 2 risk to reward. So you put in $5, you get out 10 basically. So I enter right here. And I was scared because of that 15-minute. I can't lie. We did have some chop, This is the 1 minute, so it chopped around, stayed around here, came back up, stayed around, went down, came up. I had my stop loss right here at the top of this gap. It was like right around there. And so in my head, if we're going to inverse this 1 minute up, then I don't want to be in the trade. I don't want to put my stop up here at the swing or anything like this. I don't want to have to lose more money than I should. I want to just stop it as early as I can and hold profits as long as I can. So when we came back up and we tapped into this 1 minute and we got the sells out, I was ready. I was ready. At this line right here, that line right here, the newest low or the most recent low that we made, that is when I went break even. So right here we enter, we have this low right here. We chop around, we don't hit that low yet, we come back, we tap right back into this 1 minute bearish, and we get the sells that we want out of it. The next candle goes below this. I don't care if it didn't even close below it, but as soon as that candle just touches that line that I have out, boom, my stops, first off, were here. Because if are we gonna rebalance for a third time? Do I want to go and be in this trade and it's chopping and government shut down and so we have all these things. But as soon as this tapped this newest low right here, it was a risk-free trade. It was done. Right there, I was good. The reason I didn't hold all the way to, well, first off, it was already a 2-to-1. But the reason I got out right here was the 2-to-1, yes. But at the same time that this order was filled, ES took out the session low. Oh my goodness. The same time right here, in the same exact minute, this right here, the 10 a.m. candle, wherever time it was, dang, I'm sorry. It was this 10:04. we can go back. And when did we get out the trade? We got out the trade at 10:04. So as soon as ES took out the draw on liquidity, which was session lows, you should be 100% break even. You should definitely be break even. You could be trailing your stop loss, so you could at least get some profit, because we know that SMTs exist. We know that one index might take out the session low and the other index might not, because it can just form an SMT. So you could at least be trailing stops. You could at least be putting it at a 1, you can be putting it all the way here, and then you could just be trying to collect what you want. I am 100% okay with 1-to-1, 2-to-1, just trying to hit those base hits, really trying to build up that confidence and things like that, and try to solidify the model and things. But yeah, today, as soon as this chop ended, I was break even here. A couple more minutes, I wasn't scared, because I'm break even. If it comes and takes me out, then oh well, it does. If it comes and takes me out and then dumps after, then I'd just be a little mad and irritated, but I wouldn't have lost money. It's a break even trade. So as soon as that happened, boom, right at 10, we start getting that displacement down. The macro happened. So the macro is 10 minutes before the hour ends and 10 minutes after the hour. So in this instance, the macro started at 9:50 and it ended at 10:10. So that's for every hour. That's the macro time. But yeah, it was just a pretty easy continuation trade. We have the 30-minute inversion. We have the respect of the 1 minute. We have the inversion of the 1 minute. So now we are not respecting bullish, disrespecting bearish anymore. Now we're respecting bearish, disrespecting bullish. So what does that mean? We're in a sell model. We're trying to go down. Do we have a drawn liquidity? Yes, we have a drawn liquidity. It's our session lows. Okay, good. Do we have a 1 minute confirmation? Yeah, we do. Do we have an inversion? We have a high time frame inversion, the 30-minute. Did we have something in our way? Yeah, it was that 15-minute gap that was stressing me out a little bit. But once I saw that 1 minute confirmation, I had, 30-minute is higher power than the 15-minute, So I had that 1 minute confirmation, and I was like, yeah, we should break through this. And then we just continued to dump. So then after I got out myself, it continued to dump 163 points. So, and then what's it been? It's just been chop work all day. We've just been chopping. So we'll just see what happens tomorrow. But yeah, that is the trade recap, a continuation short, just for a 2-to-1 ratio. And yeah, it was pretty good. But what you really have to think about is, what is the market telling you, and what are you going to take away from that? Was the market telling me that, hey, we want to just tap into this 30 and then go higher? Or, hey, we're inversing this 30-minute and now we are disrespecting bullish and we're respecting bearish? What is the market telling you? And that's where you're going to be taking your trades off of. But yeah, thank y'all. I pray y'all have a blessed night, blessed day, whatever it may be. But I love y'all. God loves y'all. Amen.